It is known that downdraft gasifiers can run on wood waste but not on fuel with a low ash melting point, for example, peat briquettes. In this video, I will show how two Soviet engineers, Sokolov and Balabanov, managed to modify the Imbert downdraft gasifier so that it could work either on wood lumps or peat briquettes as needed. Two engineers flashed with their invention but didn't do or write anything else in the field of gasifiers. At least I haven't found anything about their work in the open sources I use. A certain Sokolov patented a coal-burning stove in 1927, but it is difficult to say whether it was the same Sokolov. From what I understand, they were changing the gasification chamber to experimentally pick up optimum operation parameters for peat and wood. The melted peat clogged the gasification chamber. In order to somehow drive, the inventors tried to shorten the gasification chamber, leaving a thin layer of fuel just below the tuyeres. These experiments are in front of you. Figure 7 shows that the reduction layer was made pretty much thinner, from 100 mm to 15 mm. Table 4 shows the experiment results. The first column shows the reduction layer height, the second column shows the truck speed, and the third column shows the gasifier ignition time before starting the truck. This example clearly shows the regularity discovered by a legendary academician Lagunov. The entire gasification process takes place in a thin fuel layer equal to only 2 fuel pieces in diameter. In fact, the recovery layer was made thicker just to remove tar. In Table 4, the last column shows that the truck loaded with 3 tons of fuel continued to drive even with a 15 mm fuel layer below the tuyeres, albeit slower than with a 100 mm fuel layer. So, Sokolov and Balabanov trimmed the reduction zone around the gasification chamber neck and installed a cone under it bolted on 3 legs. The cone is made of a 4 mm steel sheet. The diagram shows that its upper diameter is slightly larger than that of the neck. It was about 150 mm on trucks of that time. There is a 20 to 25 mm gap between the neck and the lower truncated cone. The cone is needed to hold the fuel lying on top and not let it fall down. A 20 to 25 mm gap is needed to poke the fuel. In my previous video, I told about Captain Rotmistrov, who installed a holder in the throat so that the ash would flow down in the molten state. Here, the truncated cone plays the role of the supporting element. Therefore, this design allowed gasifier trucks to run on both peat briquettes and wood during World War II. Please donate some coins. My payment details are listed below the video. See you.